In this episode of Talking About Orcs, we're going to be going over the truck. And you can tell I'm not too excited about this video because I don't like trucks in this edition. I didn't really like trucks at first in the previous edition, but then I started playing with them and they were amazing. Mainly because you got a 36-inch charge, 36-inch movement on the first two turns before attempting a charge. These guys are just too slow to do what they're supposed to do. With a movement base of 12 inches, plus an advance is 3 inches, so you're on average between 15 and 16 inches a turn. It's going to take 2 or 3 turns before these guys can get your units into combat. And by then, it's way too late. That's way too much. That's even if they don't get shot up before they get into anywhere close to range. So trucks, with their primary purpose of delivering 12 boys into combat, are useless. They won't do that. With only toughness 5, 4-up save, and 10 wounds, yeah. They're not going to last very long against any sort of shooting. So what can we do with these guys? Trucks, ramshackle, roll a d6 each time the model suffers a damage from an attack that has a damage characteristic of more than 1. On a 6, reduce that damage cost of the attack by 1. This was a 4 instead of a 6, or simply a 6-up invul save would be better. Ramshackle has been completely worthless for 2 editions, and I don't see that changing in the codex when it comes out. I just don't think GW wants ramshackle to be as good as it was in the 4th edition codex. Because in the 4th edition codex, not only was it good, but it was fun. And they've just neutered it so much, I don't see them going back to a decent ramshackle. As I said, there's so many things they could do with ramshackle. I said, you have just a 6-up invul save. I would take a 6-up invul save. Just 6. Oh no, last cannon for you. I rolled a 6. Or the abilities they do have on a 6 reduced damage, make that a 4. On a 4 plus, it reduces it to 1 damage. Open-topped, models embarked on this unit can attack in the shooting phase, measure the range and draw from any line of sight at any point on the model. When they do, any restrictions or modifiers that apply to this model applies to the passengers, blah blah blah. So probably just like with the battle wagon, if it moves, heavy weapons still suffer the -1. Oh, they will with this one automatically for sure. If it was a battle wagon, that was contingent, so ignore that because it had battle wagon had extra rules. But so yeah, if you move and shoot, heavy weapons, so Ludas basically are going to get their -1, and then explodes. Any unit within 6 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds. Truck can transport 12 orc infantry models. Each mecha armor or jump pack model takes a space of 2. So you can put 6 storm boys in one of these. I don't know why you want to, but you can. Just letting you know. But where trucks really shine is protection for shooting units. That's what trucks have been reduced to. Is you put your tank busters in a truck, run them around the board, and shoot at things in their open top rule, because that adds a lot of survivability to the tank busters. Because they have to shoot through the truck before they kill any of the tank busters. Well, the truck doesn't have a lot of survivability. It has a lot more survivability than orc boys. So, and with the 12, and they can even advance if you really need to and still shoot the rocket launchers. It'll be a -1, but they can still do it. But with the 12-inch or 8-inch movement after taking some damage, that gives you quite a bit of a threat range with your tank busters, which you didn't have before, and survivability. So in that role, trucks are pretty good, actually. I've done that. Tank busters in a truck, especially when you've got a lot of other distractions, are pretty resilient and reliable as an anti-tank shooting unit. You just got to make sure and have something else to distract your opponent from shooting at the trucks. So overall, trucks are an extreme disappointment. Speed freaks that we all played before, well, not all of us, but I know I played a lot of truck-based orc armies, especially with the old Decurion. And being able to move 24 inches that first turn guarantees second turn charges. And that's not possible anymore. In fact, it's almost, there's no way to even guarantee a second turn charge. Much less, no, or not even guarantee a third turn charge. Much less a second turn charge with the new truck rules. And when the codex comes out, they need to be fast. Basically, I want Trukks to be able to use their movement characteristic as their advance when they advance. So they advance their move characteristic. So that first turn you can get that 24-inch movement. If they take some damage, you can advance 16 inches. I think that would go a long way to making the truck armies viable again. And I also saw someone else came up with an idea. This isn't my idea. Someone else came up with a proposal for a stratagem where you can use orcs to get out after the transport moves instead of before. So command point or 2 command points, you disembark after moving the transport instead of before. But being a stratagem, you can only do that once. That wouldn't be a bad rule to implement into trucks alone instead of just any transport. That would not be a bad rule to implement into trucks, where you can disembark after moving the truck. Would also go a long way to fixing them. And of course make the ramshackle a little more survivable. I mean, give them a 6-up invul save against shooting. Make the current ramshackle rule a 4+ instead of a 6+. Either one of those would help a lot. So I don't see a lot of trucks on the board these days. Do you play trucks for trying to get into close combat, or do you just use them as tank buster transports? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this episode of Talking About Orcs. Please subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications for new Talking About Orcs videos every Wednesday, new battle reports every Friday, and hobby videos whenever I can. Thanks for watching.